Bad news continues for Pakistan's economy. The Pakistan rupee on Tuesday hit a new record low of 287.29 against the US dollar. There is no let-up from the economic crisis as the country battles record high inflation and falling forex reserves. A currency in free fall does not help as it makes it more expensive to buy goods from international markets. Pakistan's currency weakening comes when the cash-starved country is struggling to get critical funding from the International Monetary Fund. The Pakistani rupee has been on a downward spiral. The currency has been in free fall ever since the Shehbaz Sharif government agreed to remove unofficial caps. The removal of control is part of the conditions set by the IMF for a much-needed bailout. On the 12th of March, the currency hit another low of 285.09 to the US dollar, according to data from the State Bank of Pakistan. Experts say importers have resumed buying US dollars in panic, but the supply of foreign currency remains low in the country. To add to Pakistan's woes, its import cover has also declined in recent weeks. The country's forex reserves stood at only $4.24 billion as of the 24th of March. That would be sufficient to meet about 3 weeks of imports. Meanwhile, the country's central bank hiked interest rates by 100 basis points to a record 21%. The State Bank of Pakistan's hike in borrowing costs is to curb soaring inflation. Now, when compared to the US, Europe, China or India, Pakistan's interest rate is extremely high. The borrowing costs in most major economies are in single digits. The Eurozone has the lowest, with a rate at 3.5%, barring Japan, which has a negative rate. On average, the interest rates range between 3.5 and 7.5% in most major countries. Pakistan joins a few other smaller and struggling economies where the interest rate is above 20%. At 78%, Argentina has the highest interest rate in the world. Another South American nation, Venezuela, is a distant second with its interest rate at 59%. Both countries have been suffering from unprecedented inflation. On the other hand, the interest rate in war-ravaged Ukraine stands at 25%. Interestingly, Sri Lanka, which is going through a recovery post an economic debacle in 2022, has a lower interest rate of 15.50%.